Normally I'm the type of person that is so sad about the transition from summer to fall, but honestly this year with all of the fashion trends coming up, I'm so excited. I don't know who watched any of the shows from London, Milan, Paris, or New York Fashion Week, but they were insane. They were insane. So I wanted to go over some of my absolute favorites because I made a list on my phone and I came up with 6 and they're amazing. You're gonna love them. So let's get right into it. And number 1 is Shearling. I don't know how long I'm gonna be able to stay standing like this for. I might need to move you. Hold on. You're sitting on top of a Fendi bag right now. How cute is that? I wanted to start with Shearling. So this is one that I think I'm actually gonna invest in myself because like every fall and winter, especially living in Canada, I need a good winter coat, and I have the red sack one that you've seen a million times. I actually featured it in my first YouTube video, which if you hadn't seen that yet, I don't know if I want to link to it. You can just tell that I'm scared to be doing what I'm doing. So anyway, I'll link to it if you need a good laugh. Basically, Shearling is something that is in every single year, but we saw it a ton last year, and especially in different iterations like with bags or things like that, which I think is so cute. Pauline just came out with, is it their numero 9? I'm gonna link it, but it's so cute. I'll show a picture of it here. I just love it. So I figured I'd pass it on to you. But Shearling jackets and coats are just, they're so warm, and there's one specific one from Acne Studios that's gorgeous. Max Mara, obviously, like with the teddy coat series that we've seen for years on years on years now. I think it's been a good like 5 years since the teddy coat came out and was super, super popular. So that's something that I still expect to see. But doing Shearling, or Shearling as I typically say, in a new and different way is something that I'm really looking forward to. So I kind of want to have one custom made. I know that might sound a little bit bougie, but I think that there's a lot of value in getting products that are specifically tailored to your body and are just gonna last you a really, really long time. So Shearling jacket, like the one that I showed on the screen from Acne Studios, I have to tell you about a couple other ones that I saw because I screenshotted them. They were just too good not to share with you. Let me go back here. So there's this one from Chloe, which I think is really cool because they're doing the Shearling on the outside instead of typically having it on the inside. I love the cream leather that's like accessorizing it. So beautiful. This one from Blancha that I hadn't actually heard of before. It's a different brand. It's obviously from My Teresa, but not one that I've actually seen in stores. And then this last Acne Studios, it's like so good. Give me an oversized vibe any day of the week, but especially doing it in like fur and Shearling, gorgeous, love it. Let's move on to the next trend. The next one is a cropped blazer cord, and I'm gonna insert the reel of this woman wearing the most beautiful, beautiful cord, and I'm pretty sure it's from Source Unknown, which is a brand that I've come across more recently lately. I've heard about it a lot more, and it seems to be really good quality. Sometimes it's hard to tell exactly what something is until you've ordered it yourself. This video or this reel just so inspired me to do a cord in what's basically a suit. It's like combining my two favorite things, because obviously with the cord it's super easy to throw on. It's basically an outfit already made for you, and then you can accessorize it with a pop of color, which is something that I've been doing. Because if you guys had have seen this little baby, this is my Cartier Panthère bag. I've just been so obsessed with green, and it's such a good color, especially this like emerald color. I absolutely love it, but you could do it with anything. Or you could just stick to neutrals and do it with something like this one, which is my Furla 1927 mini top handle bag, which is so cute. I get a lot of use out of mini bags in the winter time and fall time, which I'm kind of surprised at. but they're always great options, less bulky, all that sort of stuff. And add like a little Fendi on top or something. And all of these are great options, but all of this just proves the point of like, when you start with a really good base, you don't really need anything else because all of the rest is just sort of your personality on top. So with especially that gray cord, like I think it's so gorgeous. You can add whatever color or pop of color or even just neutral bag that you want on top of that and you're good to go. Love it. I'm gonna sit over here so that I have all of this to put stuff on top of. But basically the next one is cargos. Obviously how trends work, it's basically like taking a staple item, tweaking it just a little bit, and then everybody needs to go out and buy this new version of it. But the cargo pant was basically changed just by widening the leg. So obviously we've seen in the past couple years, like denim jeans, for example, have been super wide leg, like very sort of slouchy and oversized. And I love that because it's so comfortable. So obviously doing that now with a cargo just sort of makes them even more comfortable, if that was even possible. But they're also super functional. I mean, I put stuff in the pockets whenever I'm going out, and it's great. It's like nobody knows, and you have all this extra storage, especially when carrying a mini bag. So that's definitely a big plus to it. My favorite version, of course, is a white pair, and I found a really good one at the Frankie shop, I think it was. And I've never actually bought anything from there, but I've only ever heard amazing rave reviews. So I think I'm gonna take the plunge and actually try them out this year, because quality over quantity, I would much rather get one amazing pair of cargos, bonus if they're on trend, and of course they'll be in white, but I just love them. I think they go with everything, and you can integrate them into a lot of different styles. Love them. They don't all have to be white, obviously, but creams or things that aren't like khaki, that are a little bit less expected for a cargo pant, also just sort of elevates it a little bit. You're really getting to see all of the different angles of my studio, which is kind of cute. I love getting a new background. But if any of you had have seen the Saint Laurent, it's like the worst accent ever, fashion show that they did in Paris this year, right up as a backdrop with the Eiffel Tower. It was so stunning with that big fountain with the YSL. Gorgeous, loved it. Basically everything on the runway was sheer, like form-fitting, more of like a column style dress with then a full length, like to the floor leather trench on top. And I loved it, obviously. Maybe it's not obvious. Basically for outerwear, the trend that I'm getting at here is a full length leather trench coat. I love trends that you can thrift, because I'm all about like reducing, reusing, recycling when it comes to fashion. So just because sometimes I'll do like an unboxing of a brand new, whatever it is, pair of Chloe shoes, which I actually have to show you, they're so cute. But getting involved in a trend that you can go to the thrift store, spend like 50 bucks on, and get an amazing quality piece that way is something that I'm always for. So even though a lot of these like Saint Laurent trenches are amazing, and obviously they're gonna be good quality, and Saint Laurent I feel like is just having such a moment lately, like they've really sort of established, what's his name, Anthony Vaccarello, has really just established his mark on the brand, and I love that for him, and I love what he's doing with it. But at the same time, I also love, like I was saying, being able to sort of reduce your fashion footprint is maybe not something that I should be preaching about personally, but I think it is really amazing when there's the option to do that. And especially with this trend, you can definitely integrate an incredible thrifted piece. And if I'm being honest, I would prefer to do like a vintage, genuine leather find over faux leather any day, because maybe I'll link to a couple articles that I've read about it, but basically it's kind of just like more plastic, and it ends up in our landfills, and it's not something that is really great for the environment. So anyway, I'll link that below. Good food for thought. New perspective and new trends. So this one is number 5, and it has to do with footwear. Obviously, if I can say obvious one more time in this video, the point is I'm trying to tell you what I know about the fashion trends of this fall. I shouldn't keep saying obviously. I digress. If you had have seen anything online, any Instagram post, chances are you would have seen the Versace platform shoes, which are so cute. I actually love them so much, and especially in the pink. I don't know why I'm gravitating to pink so much. Maybe it's because of the new Barbie movie that's coming out, I'm not sure. Platform boots, and boots with a singular width wide calf. Let me explain. There's Jimmy Choo, Givenchy, I think Versace has a pair as well, the Hermes riding boots. All of these different pairs of boots have a wider calf that starts at the ankle and is the same width all the way up, which I think is so gorgeous. Maybe I'm not doing such a great job at explaining what this is, but there are two trends, but combining them makes them twice as trendy. So if you're looking for a new pair of boots this fall season, definitely check out a platform. One, it adds a lot of height. It's great to walk in. It's never really something that's too uncomfortable. I have a few pairs of platforms myself, and in terms of like walking, I can get a lot more time and distance out of walking with a platform than I can when it's just like a flat sole and a stiletto heel, which I think is pretty well the case for everyone else, but let me know if you're one of those ones that can just like run on a cobblestone street for a mile long in stilettos, because I know those people exist. But basically, platforms are everywhere, and I think that they're going to be sticking around for a while, especially with the whole Barbie trend. I think we're gonna be seeing these platform shoes, like heels, in the heel space for a very long time. But then also when it comes to boots, even if you decide to forego a platform, definitely check out boots that have a singular width calf, because I think it looks very, very flattering. It's something that is like, it's sexy and it's sort of androgynous at the same time, because it's not super form-fitting. You're not really seeing the contours of the leg. But I absolutely love it. And those sparkly Jimmy Choo boots that, if I haven't shown already, I'll pop here, are just something special. I have no idea where I would wear them to, but definitely worth checking out. Otherwise, the Givenchy ones I will also link to, and I feel like I'm missing a designer brand that's been doing them, and I've seen them everywhere. If I remember, I will link them below, but those are my 5 fall trends for 2022, and I hope you enjoyed them. If you did, consider subscribing, and I will see you very, very soon in another video. Bye guys!